and it's formidable. Denard Span leading off in center field. Angel Pagan in left. Brandon Belt at first, and Buster Posey behind the plate. Brandon Crawford at short. One of our favorite players, Hunter Pence, draped on the railing. He'll be in right field. Eduardo Nunez at third. Joe Panic at second, and Madison Bumgarner on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Kenta Maeda, and he's been doing a wonderful job. In his last 7 starts, he has gone 5-1, limiting his opponents to a .211 batting average. Also in his 12 starts here, he's 4-5, and he is certainly leading qualifying National League rookie starting pitchers with 12 wins. So Maeda, who beat the Giants in April here, going to work now on Denard Span. Denard Span, an even 6'2", born in Washington, D.C., lives in Tampa, and had a couple of big years with the Minnesota Twins. Left-hand batter has a look at the pitch for ball 1, and we are underway. He also played, of course, with the Nationals, and an all-around great athlete. He was, among other things, an all-state wide receiver. So, Denard Span to lead it off. The temperature 75 degrees. Maeda's next pitch, slider missing, and he's in a hole now to Span. 2 balls and no strikes. Mountains edge clearly in the background, flags hanging limply, hardly a zephyr to stir them, and a crowd watching a Giant Dodger game. It is the 11th meeting of the year between the two clubs and the first of the remaining 9. Spahn takes another one low and inside, and 3-0 the count to Denard Span. Span, a couple of years ago, had a 29-game hitting streak. He has over 1,000 hits in his career as Pence and Panic look on. So Denard trying to get something started. Giants have lost 2 in a row and 6 of the last 8. 3-0 pitch on the way. That's in for a strike, and the count 3-1. So Maeda behind in the count to a very hot hitter. Span hitting .464 at the plate in his last 18 games. The 3-1 pitch to the left-hand batter taken for another strike. So Maeda down 3-0, comes back 3-2. You have Span followed by the switch hitter, Pagan followed by the left-hand batter Belt. So Kenta tugs at the bill of the cap, looks in to get a sign. Right-hander taking his time into the windup. 3-2 pitch to Span, swung on, hit foul down the left field line and out of play. Last year, Span had some trouble with back and hip inflammation, but as we told you, he has piled over 1,000 hits. He had that 29-game hitting streak, left-handed all the way, and does a very good job in center field. Played in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. 3-2 coming up. Denard rating, and the 3-2 pitch swung on. Line drive, base hit to right field, over to try and cut it off as Seguin, and he does a good job to hold Span to a single to right field. So going from 3-0 to 3-2, and then Span wins the battle with a line drive single to right. Angel Pagan is coming up as Seguin does a good job to cut it off. Angel Pagan had to leave the game last Saturday after the 3rd inning. We had a right groin tightness. They thought maybe he couldn't play, but here he is. First pitch to him, change up in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Angel Pagan, good, solid, all-around ball player. Hit safely in a team-high 18 straight games, which right now is also the longest active streak in the major league. Strike 1 pitch coming up, and that's taken in the dirt. Nice block by Grandal, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Plate umpire Rob Drake handling the work behind Grandal. Pagan switch hitter, batting left-handed. The left-hand hitting Belt on deck. Pagan waiting. 1 ball, 1 strike. Denard Span off the bag at first. Maeda delivers high. 2-1 the count. Giants have been struggling with the bat since the All-Star break. Crawford's hit 258, Nunez 250, Pence 229, Belt 213, Panic 208. Even Buster Posey has had a bad back, and he's been struggling with 1 home run since the break. 2-1 pitch, instead a throw to first. Dodgers right now concerned about a possible hit-and-run play. Pagan has struck out only 52 times, and with Span's speed, they might very well play. Span has a dozen stolen bases. We'll watch. He does not go, and the ball is slapped sinking to left field. Backhanding it on the run is Kendrick, and getting back to first is Denard Span. So Pagan lines out to left. Let's take a look at the Dodgers with the leather. Gonzalez and Culberson, Seager and Turner, Kendrick, Hernandez and Seguin, and Grandal handling Maeda. By the way, you look up and you say Culberson. Yes, the Dodgers put Brett Anderson and Scott Kazmir on the 15-day disabled list. They sent out Josh Fields, and they brought up Luis Avilan, Charlie Culberson, and right-hander Ross Stripling from Oklahoma City. So Kazmir, with a stiff neck and back, will have to sit it out for about 2 weeks. Brandon Belt, normally a power hitter, he's been struggling, as we mentioned. In 122 at-bats, Belt has struck out 47 times. That's given him only a .213 batting average. No doubt trying to do a lot of the hard work himself, and it's not working. 1 ball and no strikes. Maeda delivers. That's lifted to left field. Playable. Kendrick moves to his left. Tagging up is Span. Catch is made. Span is going to go halfway and then get back. Good play by Kendrick and a heads-up try by Span. So after a leadoff single, Pagan flies to left. Belt flies to left. And the batter is Buster Posey. Posey has perked up considerably. Although he's had a bad back, he's hit just 1 home run since the All-Star break. Nevertheless, over the last 18 games, hitting .323. So Posey has a dozen home runs, looking for his 60th run batted in. And Maeda now has 2 down. Span at first, and as we told you, Span has stolen 12 out of 17. So we'll see if they run him with 2 out. Maeda set at the belt, ready and deals, and the first one in for a strike, fastball, and the count 0-1. Since the All-Star break, the Giants are 29th in home runs. They've hit only 26. Dodgers have hit 51. Has to be concerned for Bruce Bochy. Strike 1, pitch low. 1 ball and 1 strike. We told you about the Giants struggling. The Dodgers, on the other hand, have gone wild. Seager hitting .385, Kendrick .325, Gonzalez and Turner .320. So it goes. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Instead, throw to first. Dodgers had a very strange and rare road trip. They began the trip by scoring 15 runs in Philadelphia. They concluded the trip winning 18 runs in Cincinnati, only the 15th to ever open and close a road trip like that. The 1-1 pitch to Posey is taken outside, and a 2-1 count. So they didn't play 2-1 with Pagan, with Span at first. Let's see if they play hit and run 2-1 with Posey. On deck, Brandon Crawford. No score, we're just starting. Posey back up, bent slightly at the knees and waist. We'll look at Span as he takes his lead, and Maeda decides to get off the rubber. Before the All-Star break, the Giants had the best record in the major leagues, 57-33. And boy, have they been in a nosedive ever since. but still one game back of the Dodgers. 2-1 pitch, Span not going, a little ground ball wide of third as Turner flips it over to first in time. So the Giants played very conservatively in the first inning. Twice they had a 2-1 count. The play hit and run preferred not to do it, so they get a leadoff single, and Kike Hernandez leading off in center field. However, Kike has a lot of success against Madison Bumgarner, including 3 home runs and 4 doubles. And he'll be followed by Howie Kendrick and Corey Seager, Justin Turner at third, Adrian Gonzalez at first, Yasmani Grandal the catcher, Rob Sagadin in right field, Charlie Culberson at second base, and Kenta Maeda on the mound. The amazing Madison Bumgarner. He is 12-7 with a great earned run average of 2.2. He is 8-5 against the Dodgers, 13-8 lifetime. And if you're a left-handed batter and you are in the starting lineup against Bumgarner, then you are a very fine player. Left-handers are hitting 169 against Bumgarner, and in the lineup you have Seager and Gonzalez along with Grandal, who switches. So as Seager looks on from the top step, Kike Hernandez checks in, and Madison Bumgarner with a record of 12-7 ready to go to work. Big left-hander out of North Carolina, and his first pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Kike Hernandez hitting .625. He has 10 hits and 16 at-bats against Bumgarner, including 3 home runs and 4 doubles. Big slow curveball in for a strike, and the count 0-2. For Bumgarner, well, you can talk a long time about his abilities. Left-hander looks down the barrel to get a sign. 27 years old, flips a slider in the dirt, and the count 1-2 strikes. Bumgarner has allowed a hit this year in the clutch rarely. Hitters are batting 122 against him with runners in scoring position. Left-handers are hitting just 169, period. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Kike. Little cutter for a strike. Little half-breaking ball. It just late break, and it caught the outside corner, and Hernandez goes down. So if Kike was looking for a fastball, it was not going to be that at bat. So one away, Howie Kendrick checking in. Hard to believe, and one of the problems the Giants had following the break as Howie checks in, hitting .277, but for the last 11, almost 400, and takes a strike. Coming out of the break, it's hard to believe, the Giants lost 5 straight Madison Bumgarner starts, 4 of which were tough, 4-1, 3-2, 2-1, 1-0. He works a fastball away and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. However, now he has won 2 in a row, won that wild 10-7 win over the Mets. Remember, he fell behind. Justin Reggiano hit a grand slam home run. Kendrick fouls it off. And then the Giants came back to take a lead by a home run by, Madison Bumgarner, who has 14 home runs, remember, in his career. So they certainly have an extra bat in the lineup. Waiting on deck, Corey Seager. Kendrick waiting, a little ground ball to the right side. Panic, plenty of time. Picks it up and makes the play. And we have 2 down in the first inning. Chance now to take at the Lions. And the Giants defensively go this way. Belt and Panic, Crawford and Nunez, Pagan, Span, and Pence. Posey handling Bumgarner. Corey Seager, who is off in another world right now. Originally, when he first came up, they said something about he's 22, but he is an old soul. Well, he is playing like he's been in the league for 10 years. So Corey checking in. 4 hits yesterday, has hit safely in 13 straight, and fouls the first pitch away. 0-1. Seager tied Glenn Wright, the most single-season home runs by a shortstop, in Dodger franchise history. Seager just 0 for 3 against Bumgarner. Madison's fastball high and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. I would guess the thinnest margin with which to seal a World Series title is to get the last out of the 7th game with a potential tying run at third. Only 3 pitchers have ever done that. There's a drive to the gap in right center, carrying well towards the wall, bouncing against the wall. Seager advances to second with a double. He is hit in 14 straight. So a long double by Corey Seager, and that carries to the wall in deep right center. Pitch was up and apparently right out over the plate. So Corey doubles, and that'll bring up the right-hand hitting Justin Turner. Well, we were talking about Bumgarner and the last out in the World Series. Only 3 pitchers have ever done that. The Cardinals' Harry Burkeen in 1946. He got Tom McBride of the Red Sox to ground out. Ralph Terry in 62, getting Willie McCovey of the Giants on a line drive to second baseman Bobby Richardson. And 52 years later, Madison did it with the tying run at third and 2 out, and he got Salvador Perez. The first pitch to Turner, in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Justin, 306 in the last 18 games to lift his average to 275. Bumgarner out of a stretch. Left-hander comes back. Slow breaking ball. Grounded into left field. Base hit. Seager to the plate. The throw is going to be way wide. And the Dodgers lead 1-0. For Madison Bumgarner, in all honesty, with a runner at second and 2 out, that looked like a big lollipop. A big, slow breaking ball, and Turner just had to wait on it, and it finally got there, and he grounded it into left field. So the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. Poor throw by Pagan. Turner driving in the run. Dodgers out in front 1-0. Now, Adrian Gonzalez, with a 15-game hitting streak, takes a fastball away for ball 1. Remember, Adrian coming off the home run trip yesterday when he hit 3. Hit 5 on the whole trip. So Turner at first, 2 down, 1-0 Dodgers first inning. Bumgarner another fastball for a strike. 1-1. So if you're kneeling on deck and you see that slow curveball that he served up to Justin Turner, in case you were looking slow curve, Bumgarner comes back with 2 fastballs. 1-1. Madison ready, and the 1-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball away, ball 2. So a couple of things surprising. Number 1, the left-hand hitters batting 169, and Seager doubled. Number 2, he is rarely allowed a hit in a clutch, and Turner just did that. 2-1 the count. 1-0 Dodgers first inning. Madison ready. A look at Turner. Back to his hitter, and that's off the plate away. Infield overshifted. Panic about 15 to 20 feet out in right field. Brandon Crawford almost behind the bag, but certainly straight up the middle. So Adrian waiting, 1-0 Dodgers, 2 out. The 3-1 pitch coming up with Yasmani Grandal on deck. The pitch to Gonzalez swung on. That's going to be hit to the gap in left center for a base hit. Stopping at second is Turner. So the Dodgers going right after Bumgarner with 2 out. Seager double to right center. Turner singles to left. Gonzalez singles to center. And Boschi's wondering what in the world is going on with my talented left-hander. Gonzalez just went down to get a pitch, maybe borderline at the knees, for a base hit. 3 hits for a run. Seager is in, cooling off. Meanwhile, Yasmani Grandal batting right-handed against the left-hander, checking in. 2 out, first inning. Dodgers lead 1-0. Grandal hitting .273 right-handed. Power is on the left. He swings, fouls it away. When he's hitting right-handed, he has 2 home runs and a good .273 batting average. When he's hitting left, he's batting .226, but he has 19 home runs. So with 21 home runs, checks in at the plate. Dodgers jump out in front 1-0 on 3 hits here in the first inning. Turner at second, Gonzalez at first, and Bumgarner out of his stretch. Madison's next pitch, foul back. 0-2. Nice catch in the stands. No balls and 2 strikes. Bumgarner, 8 wins and 5 losses in Dodger Stadium. Pitches well. 2.4 earned run average. 1-0 Dodgers first inning. Madison, Bumgarner checking. Very deliberate. Looks at the runners. Comes back to the hitter a little high. So 1-2 the count. Bumgarner, after a long look into Buster Posey. The 1-2 pitch, slider down and in. 2-2 the count. Hernandez struck out. Kendrick grounded out. Seager doubled to right center. He's hit in 14 straight. Turner singled him in. Gonzalez singled to center. He's hit in 16 straight. So deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Bumgarner's breaking ball is grounded to short. Crawford looks at second, throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers jump on Bumgarner. Corey Seager, despite a left-handed batter, drills one into right center for a double by the time Pence could get it back. Justin Turner got a slow curveball, banged it into left, scoring Seager, and at the end of an inning, 1-0 Dodgers. The run. So here come the Giants now trying to bounce back. It'll be Brandon Crawford, Hunter Pence, and then Eduardo Nunez. Crawford hitting .274, starting to perk up. He's had a good month, hitting .299 in August. Crawford, left-hand batter, and Maeda ready to go to work. How good is Brandon Crawford? Well, the Giants earlier this year gave him a contract worth $75 million. So the man from UCLA is certainly a big man in San Francisco. 0-1 to Brandon. Maeda ready and comes back. Fastball sinks low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Crawford, 8 hits in his last 22 at-bats, and that would include 3 doubles and a triple. 1-1 pitch on the way. Crawford hits a comebacker. Maeda stays with it and throws him out. So a nice defensive play by Kenta, and we have 1 out in the second inning, and the batter will be Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence lost a good chunk of the year. He missed 48 games with a severe right hamstring strain. Last 8 games, he's perked up. He's hit .313. Just did come off the DL July 30th. So he's really just coming back. Maeda ready. Hunter shies away, takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Pence, who never stopped moving, constantly. Now the strike 1 pitch on the way. Maeda delivers, and that's low. When you look at Hunter Pence, you realize what a steady player he is. In his career, .285 at home, .282 away, .285 against left, .283 against right-hand pitching, .289 in the day, .281 at night, and .295 with runners in scoring position. So he's a heck of a player, and they really missed him until coming back in August. 6'4", 215. out of Arlington, Texas. Pence waiting. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Maeda hesitates, delivers a little number to the left of the mound. Maeda goes back to get it and throws him out. So we have 2 down here in the second inning, and Eduardo Nunez coming up. 2 assists by Kenta Maeda here in the second inning. So here comes Nunez. You remember that the Giants traded away Matt Duffy, who had such a great year for them at third base. So they needed another third baseman, and they've come up with a good one. Hitting .289, All-Star while playing with Minnesota, 13 home runs, 56 runs batted in. He was a switch hitter, but he has quit. And he hits a high fly ball into left center. Kike is there for the third out. So the Giants go quietly, a leadoff single, and the next 6 retired. And at the end of an inning and a half, 1-0 for the Dodgers. Maeda made only 8 pitches to retire the side in the top half of the second. So Bumgarner right back out there, and his first hitter is Rob Segedin, takes a strike. Segedin followed by Charlie Culberson and then Kenta Maeda. Segedin joining the fun. The 7 home runs the Dodgers hit yesterday in Cincinnati. Hit his first. Andrew Tolles, he hit 1 as well to join the celebration. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Rob. Playing right field. Bumgarner ready. And the big left-hander's 1-1. Fastball is whacked to left field. That one is going to go out for the home run. That is the 20th home run that Madison Bumgarner has given up this year. And the Dodgers lead 2-0. Second in line drive home run. Just cleared the left field wall, but you knew it was going to carry it. So a rude awakening for Madison Bumgarner. He certainly knows the importance of the game, and he's given up a run in the first inning and now a home run in the second. And the batter is Charlie Culberson. Culberson, right-hand batter, and a breaking ball misses. Ball 1, 1-0. Charlie just called up. Dodgers making more personnel moves. As we mentioned, both Brett Anderson and Scott Kazmir have gone on the DL. Charlie just called up today. Right-hand hitter swings right through a breaking ball, and the count 1-1. Luis Avilan, the left-hander. Right-hander Ross Stripling. Brett Anderson on the right side of Clayton Kershaw, who's feeling pretty chipper so far in his attempt to come back. 1-1 pitch, pull foul right into the Dodger dugout. That was in and gone. Take another look at Gadden. No doubt about it. He got a ball up right out over the plate and hits number 20 against Madison Bumgarner. Madison ready, holding the ball out in front of his chest, now to his windup. And the pitch to Charlie swung on a breaking ball, and he was late. And the count, 3 strikes, down you go. So a home run followed by a strikeout, followed by Kenta Maeda coming up. Maeda, right-hand batter, checking in. He has 5 hits. He has a home run, remember, and 3 runs batted in. He has struck out about 25% of the time and takes ball 1. 1-0 to Kenta. Dodgers out in front, 2-0, bottom of the second inning. Bumgarner's fastball, and that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strike. So Bum, as they call him, struggling here. Gave up 3 hits in the first inning, and now a home run in the second. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's in for a strike at 90. 2-1 the count. Bumgarner, a big man. He's 6'5", about 235. Flips one in that's pulled on the ground at third. Nunez up with it, throws him out. And we have 2 down in the second inning. And Kike Hernandez coming up. Hernandez struck out leading off the ball game. Kike doesn't play very much. When you don't play, you can't play. Hitting 195, but he does have 6 home runs, and 3 of them are against Madison Bumgarner in his career. 14 runs batted in. 2 down, second inning, a run in, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. Line drive over the head of Coach Chris Woodard and foul down the line. 0-1 the count. Bumgarner, who gave up a leadoff double to Corey Seager, leadoff meaning the first left-hand batter that he faced. That in itself was a bad sign for the big left-hander. He had allowed only 6 extra base hits to left-hand batters all year. Left-handers were hitting just 169, and Seager buried a double in right center. Slow breaking ball for a strike. Kike is still looking for a fastball, and he has not gotten it. 0-2. All breaking balls, some slower than others. Strike 2 pitch on the way. There's the fastball, pop foul, and out of play. Still 0-2. KK a little late after looking at all those slow breaking balls. Just did get a little bit of the fastball. 0-2 the count. Buster Posey shuffling cards behind the plate. And the fastball low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Kike Hernandez. Howie Kendrick waiting on deck. Bumgarner comes back. Big ground foul outside of third. Game 1 of the 3-game series. And what a week this will be. The Dodgers in first place, trying to keep off the Giants, and then will be severely challenged on the weekend with the Chicago Cubs. Bumgarner ready. 2-0 Dodgers, second inning. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, chased and missed, and down goes Kike. So the home run by Rob Segedin, however, added to the run that the Dodgers got in the first inning. Second in, a line drive crowd, and you hit a home run against Madison Bumgarner. And your wife is expecting a baby any minute. Oh, life is good. Meanwhile, off speed to Joe Panik for a strike. The talented second baseman, he's been out for a while, but he has hit safely 10 of his last 11, hitting .246. He has a little streak going against the Dodgers. Strike 1 pitch, Joe takes low and away. He has scored a run in 7 straight games against the Dodgers. Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, they've done it. And now Joe has done it. 2-0 Dodgers, top of the third. And the 1-1 fastball, a little low, 2-1. So Panik, then Bumgarner, and remember, Bumgarner is a very good hitter. Although Bumgarner's philosophy, I don't come up there to hit ground balls. I come up there to hit a home run. That's as simple as that. Well, he has 14 of them. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, a little ground ball by the mound. Charlie Cupperson can't make the play, dropping the ball while in the act of throwing. So Panik will get an infield single, I'm sure, and Madison Bumgarner coming up. Madison Bumgarner is such a good hitting pitcher. As Seager says something to cheer up Charlie Culberson. Bumgarner was playing against Oakland in Oakland. So naturally the designated hitter, right? Nope. Bruce Bochy let him pitch and hit. So then the team went to New York. And they said, okay, are you going to let Bumgarner bat against the Yankees? And Bruce said, no, it's too hot. I don't want my pitcher running around out there. But he's back in the National League. An easy decision as Madison waits at the plate. Maeda set at the bell, leading 2-0, and they pitch to Bumgarner, taken on the inside corner for a strike, and he's in a hole 0-2. Bumgarner has 3 home runs, 7 runs batted in, strikes out a little less than half the time. As we said, in his mind, he is only up there to hit a home run, and he tries to elevate any pitch he can. Strike 2 pitch on the way. Maeda delivers, and that one's low. So 1-2 the count. Bumgarner at 6-5, giving Maeda a good strike zone. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 2 hits for the Giants. Leadoff hitter in the first, leadoff hitter in the third. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Bumgarner swings and misses, and down he goes. Strikeout number 1 for Kenta Maeda. And a reminder, the Dodgers and the Cubs this Friday through Sunday. So for tickets, visit Dodgers.com/tickets. Yeah, it's one thing to be mesmerized by the Giants, but what a following act. The Cubs. Chicago at the start of the day has won 79 games, one away from the Big 80. The Cardinals 12.5 games behind the Cubs. Showing bunt, Denard Span takes outside, ball 1. Span singled in the first inning. Roberto Kelly may be hanging out a sign from the third base coaching box. Giants coming off a poor homestand. They went 3-7. Giants are very consistent, home and road. 1-0 pitch on the way, a look, and it's low, ball 2. Giants at home, 35-28. On the road, Bruce's club, 33-28. They actually have a better record within the division, 31-18, as Jeff Samardzija entertains. 2-0 the count. Yeah, they ever do the Musketeers. Jeff Samardzija certainly could play one of them, probably D'Artagnan. The 2-0 pitch in for a strike. I mean, can't you see him? He has that look. Yeah, how about that? Put a little plume in the hat, give him a sword. Yes, sir. The Musketeers are here. 2-1 the count. Denard Span at the plate. Panic at first. Panic has stolen 5. The next pitch is low. 3-1. Well, twice with the hitters. They didn't play 2-1 when Span was the runner. Now we'll see if they run and hit with Span the batter and Panic the runner. It's 2-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Angel Pagan on deck. So Maeda checking, Panic inching away is not going, and it's inside, ball 4. So the Giants now with the tying runs aboard, 1 out, and Angel Pagan, who flied to left field, coming up. Pagan with those dead serious eyes. I can imagine if you're a pitcher and he's looking out at you, those eyes coming out from under the helmet. It almost looks like he's going to stare his way on base. Angel Anthony Pagan from Puerto Rico. Two on, 1 out, time. Pagan not ready. Pagan has an 18-game hitting streak. Corey Seager earlier this year had a 19-game hitting streak. Adrian Gonzalez has a 16-game hitting streak. Angel has a pitch in the dirt, kicked way off, and by the time Grandal goes back to get it, there are runners at second and third. I've always noticed from Maeda, he will do something and say something that was my fault. He crossed up his catcher, and as soon as he walked off the mound, he fisted his chest as if saying, my fault. It's going to be a pass ball, but you know what? I don't think so. I really think the scorer has to look at that again, because Yasmani Grandal was expecting one pitch, and that was the last pitch that he expected. So I would not be surprised at all if that's a wild pitch, and it should be. Obviously, Maeda crossed up his catcher. So the tying runs are at second and third with one out. That was a huge play, and we'll see what Pagan can do with it now. Angel waiting. He flied to left field in the first inning. Maeda peering in to get a sign. Now backs off the rubber. Yeah, the first gesture Maeda made coming off the mound after that pitch went awry, he hit his chest with his fist, just to say, that was my fault. So second and third, one out, third inning, 2-0 Dodgers, and Pagan staring out there at Maeda. Off-speed pitch, and that's outside. And again, Grandal a little unhappy. He's going out to talk to Maeda again. So they are certainly not on the same page. Look at how that thing broke. And on that play, Grandal makes a great save. And now Honeycutt saying, wait a minute, my men are not on the same page. So Grandal of Spanish descent, Maeda of Japanese, and they need an interpreter. Will Ireton is out there with Rick Honeycutt. So there's two pitches in a row that absolutely surprised Grandal. One of them was ruled a pass ball, but I'm pretty sure they're going to change that to a wild pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to count, 1 out. And you can see Maeda say, okay. Now we will see if they're okay. Span, who runs very well at second. Panic is at third. And remember that streak that Panic has? He scored in 7 straight games against the Dodgers. Awkward swing by Angel Pagan. Badly fooled on that pitch. 1-2. Meanwhile, Maeda's making a lot of pitches now. He's up to 41. Second and third, 1 out. And the 1-2 pitch to Pagan. Swung on, line to center. Coming up is Kike. It's a base hit. The run will score, and Span goes to third. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers. So Pagan, a line drive single to center. And so Joe Panic has done something that I don't believe has ever been done against the Dodgers. He has scored a run in 8 straight Giant Dodger games. And it's Pagan who drives him in. Denard Span is now at third. And here's Brandon Belt. First and third, 1 out. Belt flied to left field. Brandon, 14 home runs. And he has 4 sacrifice flies. The outfield is deep. They've loaded up the right side of the infield. First and third, 1 out. Here comes Maeda. A fastball swung on and missed. It was up between the letters and the shoulders. 0-1 the count. Belt strikes out a lot. He's already struck out 114 times, and the Dodgers trying to put him down. Waiting on deck, Buster Posey. It all started on that ground ball that Culberson couldn't handle. Strike 1 pitch, high and away, 1-1. First and third, one out, 2-1 Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers, 1 run, 3 hits for the Giants. Maeda staring in. Grandal, fingers down. And the 1-1 pitch, low breaking ball in for a strike. A big spinner at 74. 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the inning, Panic on a ground ball up the middle that Culberson could not play. Went for a single. Span walk. Wild pitch or pass ball was ruled pass ball. I think they'll change it. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a little high. And the count 2-2 to Brandon Belt. Maeda trying to think his way out of a tough spot. Belt ranks high up with Posey on deck. He's 4th in walks, 8th in doubles, 8th in on-base percentage. He's walked 80 times to go with the 114 strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now Belt backs out. All right, Belt back up and waiting. Maeda, runners at the corners, and the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. In on the hands, shaking his head. Belt walks away empty-handed, a huge out. Pitch is in there and then dropped down. As we look at it from the camera, it was a breaking ball. So Belt strikes out, and now the batter is Buster Posey. Big strikeout for Kenta Maeda. Posey, 12 home runs, 59 runs batted in, grounded out in the first inning. Dusty a favorite wherever he plays, understandably a class act and a marvelously gifted player. Maeda comes to the hitter, and it's hit into center field, base hit. In comes Span, stopping at second is Pagan, and the Giants have caught the Dodgers 2-2. So Span had that big walk, and of course the big play was the failure of Grandal and Maeda. That was like an apple hanging off a tree, a big slow change up, and all Posey had to do was wait. So 3 hits and a walk, plus a questionable settlement between the pitcher and the catcher. 2-2 tie in the third inning. So Bumgarner is even, despite being down 2-0 early. Now Crawford hit back to the box in the second inning. Brandon 0 for 1, hitting .274. Pagan at second, Posey at first, and with 2 out, the pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. So Pagan, who had a command Saturday, leave the game, tightness in the groin, felt well enough to play tonight, and now suddenly he's carrying a tiebreaker at second base. Angel backing away from second. Maeda ready. Strike 1 pitch, and that's a trifle high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So now Maeda has made 50 pitches. He's about 160 pounds, and for him to go a tough 6 innings in the big leagues has been quite a challenge, and he's made 25 pitches in this inning. And he has given up 3 hits and a walk. And again, the cross-up with Grandal. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brandon Crawford. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that swung on, beaten foul off to the right of the plate. 1-2 the count. Giants left Span in the first inning, and they're able to get 2 home here in the third to tie up the game. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. Giants have done it with singles and a walk. Dodgers have done it with a double, a single, and a home run. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Crawford. 2 out, 2 in, 2 on. Maeda ready, 1-2 pitch, very high. Another fastball at 89. So we have the deuces again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. So a fistful of deuces, and Maeda with his manager, Dave Roberts, looking a little worried. Maeda looks in, very deliberate, making sure he's on the same page as Grandal. And there's a shot up the middle, but it's right to Seager on the bag, and that'll be that. So the Giants, down by 2, scramble back for 2, 276. Bumgarner's first pitch, low, ball 1, 1-0. Kendrick has done an incredible job when you realize a second baseman all his career, and done an admirable job in left field. The 1-0 pitch on the way, ground ball to short. Crawford is on it. And just like that, 1 away. So 1 down, and here comes the amazing young Corey Seager. Angel Pagan, who singled in the 3rd inning, has hit safely in 19 straight. Adrian Gonzalez, who singled in the 1st inning, he's hit in 16 straight. Corey, who's doubled in the 1st inning, has hit in 14 straight. So Pagan right now, with his base hit, is the leader. And here is Seager. 0-1 the count to Corey. Of course, already he's had quite a few streaks. He's had a 19-game hitting streak, 14, which he has now, an 11, a 9, and an 8. Coming off a 4-hit game yesterday. The National Leaguers with the most 4-hit games, Anthony Rizzo, and you will certainly see him on the weekend with the Cubs, and the Dodgers, Howie Kendrick. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big, slow curve way out in front of it, 1-2. Madison Bumgarner, as far as his father is concerned, he knows why he was named Madison. Here's the 1-2 pitch, foul back. His father said he thought he should name him Madison because he was reading a headline in the Charlotte Observer about Madison County. Well, that's about 60 miles west of Lenore, where all the Bumgarners live. However, his mom says she noticed the name and it meant the son of a great warrior. There's a looper into left field. Seager really makes you shake your head. That was a bad ball, but it was slow. It was not a fastball, and he was able to just lean over and poke it the other way. Take a look. Way out there, and he just leaned over and pinged it just over the head of Eduardo Nunez. So Seager, after 4 hits yesterday, comes right back with 2 tonight. With 1 out, the batter will be Justin Turner. Dodgers 2 runs, 5 hits against Bumgarner. The Giants 2 runs, 4 hits against Maeda. Bumgarner delivers, flips one a little low. 1-0 the count. Turner got a slow curveball in the 1st inning and single to left to drive in the run. Seager at first, 1 away. Bumgarner stares at him, now flips one that's banged into right field down the line. Seager is on his way to 3rd. Pence gets it back in, and Bumgarner's in trouble again. So 1 away. Seager pings one to left. Turner whacks one to right, just over the glove of a leaping Brandon Belt. So Seager has 2 hits, Turner is 2 for 2, and here is Gonzalez 1 for 1. So we were pointing out earlier how the Giant hitters have really been struggling, and the Dodger hitters have been feasting. Bumgarner with runners at the corners, working Gonzalez, and that's fouled back. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 the count. Gonzalez with a 16-game hitting streak. Yasmani Grandal on deck. Bumgarner 12-7. Great earned run average of 2.2, but he's given up 2 already tonight. 1 out. Strike 1 pitch is swung on. Fly ball should be deep enough to get Seager home. It's going to be the left fielder Pagan who throws it into second base as Seager scores, and the Dodgers lead 3-2. Angel Pagan and Denard Span having a little chat. I'm sure Pagan was thinking, I'm going to catch it and just throw into second base. Span might catch it and try to throw to the plate. One way or another, it's an out to left, but it gets a tiebreaker home. Grandal grounded to short in the first inning. Slow breaking ball up and in, ball 1, 1-0. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. One ball and no strikes. Bumgarner down 3-2 here in the third inning. Comes back and it's swung on and missed by Grandal. 1-1 the count. So Adrian Gonzalez comes up with the sacrifice fly. Kenta Maeda is back in the club, from the clubhouse to the dugout, and the Dodgers are back out in front. Bumgarner's 1-1 change in nicely. 1-2. Dodgers scored in the first, scored in the second. Giants came back with 2. Dodgers now with a run in the third have scored in each of the first 3 innings and lead again 3-2. Maeda resting, figuring he's had his problems with Grandal. I'm sure a language problem, although you're not talking language, you're talking fingers. 1-2. I mean, a fastball is still one finger in any language. 1-2. The pitch of the plate swung on and missed. Looked like Grandal was thinking about driving that to right field and came up empty. However, 2 base hits and a scoring fly ball, and at the end of 3, it's the Dodgers 3 and the Giants 2.
Online at AM 5.
3 road trip. The Giants leaving AT&T Park behind, having lost 7 of their last 10 up there. Pence takes a strike. It's 0-1. Pence bounced back to Maeda in his first at-bat. Hunter's at 277, 8 home runs, 41 runs batted in. The right-handed hitter with a pronounced open stance, and the 0-1 from Maeda is on the way. High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Doesn't surprise me at all as a 1-run ball game. Forget what the Giants have done since the All-Star break. This is all new. This is Dodgers and Giants. Bruce Bochy talking about his ball clubs. Look, we've not been playing badly. They have just not been able to put all the different categories together consistently.
Pence on 1-1. Maeda deals. Low and outside, 2-1.
One night they're getting pitching. The next night they're getting hitting. The next night they're getting defense. But it has not been there as consistently as it has been in recent past with this Giant ball club. Nowhere near the first half.
Since the All-Star break, the Giants the worst record in the National League at 11-23, and their starters have gone 7-17 since the break. Pence with a ground ball in the hole at short. Backhanded by Seager, throws across the diamond. Pence retired by a step. That's the first out of the 4th.
Just little things on players playing together and knowing the range and knowing what you can and cannot do. Turner was going to his left, thought he might be able to get the ball in a short hop, and realized that it was going to be Seager in the hole that would have a better shot at it. So Turner just let the ball go. He actually ran in front of Seager, about 15 to 20 feet in front, but a nice play.
First time we've seen Eduardo Nunez in a Giant uniform. This is his 23rd game since the trade over from Minnesota. Fly to center in his first at-bat. Dodgers 3-2, one out, nobody on, top of the fourth. Maeda into the wide, and Nunez squares the bunt, takes it back. It's a call strike, 0-1. Nunez with a home run and 9 runs batted in since coming to the Giants. In Minnesota this year, he's hitting .296 with 12 home runs, 47 RBIs, and an All-Star.
Yeah, Turner was not biting in that bunt. Turner's playing back. You want to bunt, you can bunt.
The 0-1 is under the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nunez.
And I think that thought is too, Charlie, so Nunez can hit the ball hard enough that if you're playing and looking for the bunt all the time, now you're looking at possibly a double if it's hit by you between yourself and the foul line.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nunez, right-handed hitter. Takes outside and low, 2-1. Join Valley View Casino and Hotel for some Major League winning. It's Southern California's only certified loose slots, plus the most rewarding players club around. Learn more at valleyviewcasino.com. After tonight, 37 games remain, and 8 more between these two teams. And a breaking ball high and inside, 3-1 to Eduardo Nunez. Well, tomorrow night, pregame at 6, first pitch 7:10. At long last, we'll see the Dodger debut of Rich Hill against Johnny Cueto. 3-1 to Nunez. Panic is on deck. Outfield straight away. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, ball 4. Second walk of the game given up by Maeda, who rarely shows emotion out there as he got the toss back from Grandal. He kind of swatted at it in frustration.
Yeah, it's been a chore for Kenta Maeda. He's not pitched poorly. I really thought with the 1-out runner at first base, I thought that the walk to Denard Span was kind of a telltale sign of what might happen. Well, after that walk, now he got first and second with 1 out. Pagan wound up with the RBI single, but he crossed his catcher up 2 different times. And it has been an effort between Maeda and with Grandal tonight so far.
Panic, an infield hit in his first at-bat. That started the 2-run rally in the third. Takes low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. 1 out, 1 on at the top of the fourth. Giants have won 6 of 10 meetings from the Dodgers so far this season. Last year, the Dodgers were 8-11 against San Francisco. June 27th, the day after Clayton Kershaw's last appearance. The Dodgers since then have gone 28-19, while the Giants have gone 19-28. So a 9-game swing in the standings in about 2 months. It has been the Dodger hitting that has carried the day. In the last 2 months, the Dodgers as a group hitting .277 and 65 home runs. Quick toss to first base. Nunez back with a head-first slide. He's stolen 4 of 6 since coming to the Giants. And in his time with the Twins this year, he had stolen 27 bases. Being held on by Adrian Gonzalez.
9 out of 11 attempts have been successful stealing against Maeda this year.
Grandal has thrown out 13 of 61, 21%. Delivers a strike to the left-handed hitting Joe Panic. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitcher on deck, but the best hitting pitcher in the game, Madison Bumgarner. As Panic takes low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Panic at 248.
These are the big pitches in a count. Because if Maeda goes 3-1, now Bruce Bochy's got the opportunities. Do you want to send the runner 3-1? Hitter can be much more selective. And you got the pitcher up next, so you run into the problem saying, I don't want to walk him, and sometimes you challenge him. Big pitch coming up.
Here's the 2-1. Foul back to the screen, 2-2.
Yeah, the 2-1 pitch is really pivotal. You get in close games, every pitch is pivotal. But when you start to give the count into the hitter's favor, then you're asking for trouble.
And again, Bumgarner's not just the number 9 hitter.
No.
Bumgarner has 3 home runs and 7 runs batted in, and has been used as a pinch hitter. Here's the 2-2 to the left-handed hitting Panik, and a foul off to the left and out of play. The Dodgers 1-6 against the Giants this year in games started by anyone other than Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw through today, proclaimed himself feeling okay. Still no precise timetable as to when he will return to the rotation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Panik awaits the pitch. Here it comes. It's high and outside. 3-2. And again, Maeda, as he catches the return throw from Grandal, swats at it in frustration. You don't see that much out of Maeda. Dodger outfield tonight, Kendrick in left, Kike Hernandez, because he hit so well against Bumgarner, in center field, and he's shaded toward left. Rob Seguin in right, and he's hit a home run. Here's a 3-2, the runner goes, ball 4. So now back-to-back walks with 1 out, and Bumgarner coming up.
It's not a case if you're trying to make sure you get the ball to home plate in time, figuring that the runner's going to be going, and Nunez was. But now you got first and second again. One thing about Bumgarner, if you're going to throw him a fastball, you're going to be asking for trouble. And he struck him out with a slider away. His initial at bat tonight.
Under normal circumstances, a pitcher with runners at first and second, 1 out, might be called upon to sacrifice. That may not necessarily be the case with Bumgarner. And so Turner playing a step behind the bag at third, about 8 feet off the line. Bumgarner swings and grounds it foul toward the Dodger dugout, and it's 0-1.
And that was something that was bending. It was not a fastball. Bumgarner, by the way, has not been asked to lay down a sacrifice bunt this year. And for good reason. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter.
Turner and Seager on the left side of the infield. Culberson is the second baseman tonight. Adrian Gonzalez at first. The runners go. Throw down at third base and out at third base. Eduardo Nunez gunned down by Yasmani Grandal. Double steal was on, so the front end, Nunez out. Panik goes to second base. They're 2 gone.
I'll tell you what, Nunez was trying to measure it, but he just simply got off a little bit late. And, boy, you can credit Yasmani Grandal. He had to step back, throw it behind Bumgarner, who bats from the right side. And Justin Turner stayed with a tag, a very difficult tag. Big play.
Bay Alarm, the local security experts, donate $100 to the Dodger Foundation for every caught stealing play. With Bay Alarm, you're protected 24/7, and you can manage your system wherever you go. For a free security review, call 1-800-610-1000 or go to bayalarm.com. Bay Alarm, what have you got to lose? Bumgarner takes low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Panik is at second base. Bumgarner struck out in his first at-bat.
That is such a big play. The footwork of Yasmani Grandal, consider the fact, too, is that you've got a guy at home plate. I mean, he's mountain tall. 6'4", and Grandal had a step back throw behind a run.
The 2-1 is a breaking ball for a strike, 2-2. Bumgarner doesn't like the call from home plate umpire Rob Drake.
He doesn't like the bender. He's more of a batting practice, lay it in there and do it. Not taking anything away. I mean, he can still hit the breaking ball. But he does not like that one as much as the fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Dodgers with a 3-2 lead. Panik leads from second, top of the 4th. Pitch to Bumgarner. Call, strike 3 on the outside corner, a fastball at the knee. Third strikeout of the game for Maeda. No runs, no hits, one man left after 3.5. It's a Dodgers. Presented by your Southern California BMW Centers. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. So here is Seguin, who's going to be a father any day now. Lined a home run over the left field wall, just over the out-of-town scoreboard in the second. Takes a ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Josh Reddick on the shelf. The fickle finger of fate took a bite out of him. The 1-0 is a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Seguin gets the start tonight. Might have anyway with the lefty Bumgarner going. His 10th big league hit and his 2nd big league home run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers lead 3-2. We begin the bottom of the 4th. And Seguin takes a breaking ball for a strike. 1-2. Charlie Culberson, who was called up today. Dodgers made some roster moves. And another trip to the DL. A little roller up the third base line that goes foul. Brett Anderson placed on the DL today. The blister on his left index finger. And Scott Kazmir, with a bad neck, he's placed on the 15-day DL. But the Dodgers now have had 27 different players go on the DL. It's been overpopulated. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, call strike 3. Seguin down on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Bumgarner and the 1st out of the 4th.
Well, the 2nd inning home run by Rob Seguin was sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. And for every Dodger home run hit this month, Daniels Jewelers donates $1,000 to a place called home. Safe haven in South L.A., empowering and directing underserved youth. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
5 strikeouts on the night for Bumgarner gives him exactly 200 on the season. Culberson took a call 3rd strike in his first at-bat. For Bumgarner, 3rd straight season of 200 strikeouts or more. In case you're wondering, there's a beach ball delay out in left field. Most consecutive seasons of at least 200 strikeouts. Tom Seaver, 9 from 1968 through 1976. In the American League, Walter Johnson and Roger Clemens struck out at least 200 in 7 consecutive seasons. Culberson takes a strike, 0-1. So Culberson called up today with Anderson and Kazmir sent to the DL. 16 games with the big league club. Culberson at 267. Takes a breaking ball outside 1-1. In 70 games at Oklahoma City this year, Charlie was hitting 260 with 4 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Kenta Maeda's on deck. Pitch high and away. 2-1. Big slow curve to Culberson. 2-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers and Giants tomorrow night. First pitch 7:10. Rich Hill to make his Dodger debut tomorrow night. Here's the 2-1. Culberson fouls it into the dirt. 2-2.
Yeah, with all the changes, Dave Roberts was busy earlier this afternoon having meetings with personnel that were going to be moved. Some arriving, some departing. The busiest guy has been Mitch Poole, the Dodgers' just terrific equipment manager, with all the different uniforms and the names on the back and gear. It has to move here and there.
Here's the 2-2. Ground ball slowly hit to short. To his left. Crawford picks it up. Throws out Culberson. There's 2 out. You can just imagine a conversation between one of the players and Dave Roberts. Skip, I don't know if I'm coming or going. Well, could be both.
Yeah. It's a crowded plane for coming and going. By the way, Ross Stripling has been with the team for a few days. Now, it is kind of an educated guess that it may be Stripling to pitch on Thursday.
Officially, it's TBD. But all indications are pointing towards Stripling, who's done a nice job when called upon.
Yeah, well, he's not here just to check on the weather.
Kenta Maeda swings and fouls it off to the right. 0-1. It's 72 and sunny. We don't need any help.
Stripling actually joined the ball club in Cincinnati. So, and with all the injuries, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, you've got guys in waiting.
27 players on the DL this year. That's the most by any team since 1987, when the Red Sox had 27 on the DL. Swing and a miss by Maeda, 0-2. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Dodgers 3-2. After tonight, 37 games left. The 0-2 swung on and missed strike 3, and that will end the inning. First time the Dodgers have not put a run on the board. We'll go to the fifth. They lead the Giants 3-2.
The home of Colin.
Denard Span will lead it off. He has singled, walked, and scored a run. Span at 274, left-handed hitter. First pitch from Maeda. He's low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Span, one of the few Giants who has hit well after the All-Star break, hitting .326. As he takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Span, Pagan, and Posey have hit well since the break. But Pence, Belt, Panic, and Blanco, who was placed on the DL today, have not. 1 ball and 1 strike to Denard Span, who takes low, 2-1. The Dodgers, 18-15 since the All-Star break, been doing it with hitting primarily. The Giants, 11-23, haven't been doing it with either hitting or pitching. Span bloops one down the left field line, slicing foul. And out of play, about 6 feet foul, 2-2.
Top of the fifth inning is presented by AM/PM. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
So the Giants in a tailspin. But Bruce Bochy continues to defend his club. Say, hey, we are not playing as badly as the record. And look, at the end of the day, this is the marathon, and these two teams have entered Heartbreak Hill or Central Park, whatever marathon analogy you want to place. They're facing each other after tonight 8 more times in the final 37 games. And once again, it's the Dodgers and Giants right down the stretch. Here's a 2-2. Span fouls it off to the left and out of play.
Yeah, I figure it's going to be that way. Exactly 24% of the remaining part of the schedule the Dodgers have against the Giants.
After tonight, 8 of the remaining 36 games between these two teams. The final 3 games of the regular season will be in San Francisco. 2-2, Maeda into the wind. Span, ground ball right at Adrian Gonzalez. Underhanded flip to Maeda covering. And that's the first out of the fifth.
The Dodgers have excelled so far in the month of August as a team. They've hit .281. They've hit 32 home runs prior to tonight in the month of August. So now it's 33 with 103 runs batted in this month. But they needed those runs. The ERA this month, almost 5.5.
1 out, nobody on. Here is Angel Pagan. Pagan extends his hitting streak to 19 games tonight as he singles to center. He's also lined to left. Has driven in a run. The Dodgers lead 3-2. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the fifth. Maeda's 82nd pitch on the way. Here it comes, and Pagan takes high and inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Pagan's still not running full blast. He missed a couple of games with a growing issue. But his bat has been hot, obviously.
Hitting 300. Pagan takes low and inside. And it's 2-1. Brandon Belt is on deck. Maeda frustrated in the 3rd and 4th innings. And a looping line drive into left field for a base hit. Justin Turner tried to time a leap, but wasn't tall enough. Pagan during this hitting streak, that 19 games, 368. He's 28 for his last 76, and he's at first base with 1 out in the 5th. Dodgers lead 3-2.
That was a pitch inside. Pagan just went inside out with the pitch.
Something about when you're hot, you're hot. Now Brandon Belt. Who is not. Hitting .213 since the All-Star break. Ball in the dirt, gets past Grandal, and going to second base is Pagan.
Those are just some of the careless pitches that Kenta Maeda makes. So now you put the tying run in scoring position. Yasmani did not really slide out to his right. The ball was inside in the dirt. The Dodgers did have the shift on, but now the runner at second base, they'll bring Turner back over in his regular position at third. And it's going to be Corey Seager now that will go to the right field side of second base.
So Turner's about 15 feet off the line. The shift on the right side of the infield for Brandon Belt, who has flied to left and has been struck out. Dodgers 3-2, but the tying run in Pagan is at second base. Maeda leaning over to get the sign from Grandal. Slight breeze from right to left. Belt takes inside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Buster Posey is on deck. Maeda's got the sign. He's set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Line drive headed toward the right field corner, and it is a fair ball, and it bounces off the small wall. In to score easily is Pagan. Belt is at second base, and the Giants have tied the score at 3.
Just little edgy mistakes, including a 2-0 pitch. There's supposed to be a slider. It was not a real good one, and it got whacked.
For Brandon Belt, his 62nd run batted into the season. And Buster Posey coming up.
By the way, that slider's been a very good pitch for Kenta Maeda. Rick Honeycutt is already on the phone to the bullpen, as if they've not had enough phone calls already this year.
Next pitch for Maeda, his 88th. Posey takes a strike, 0-1. Posey 1 for 2, has already driven in a run tonight.
Maeda, another quick story on that slider. Each of the last 2 months, opposing hitters have batted just 167 against the slider, but they were thrown much better than the last one was to Brandon Belt.
So we're tied at 3, each team with 6 hits, 1 out. Belt leads from second. Maeda deals. Fouled off to the right and out of play. 0-2 to Buster Posey. 12 home runs, 59 runs batted in on the season. Jesse Chavez been getting a lot of work lately. He's just beginning now to warm in the Dodger pen. Posey this year, runners in scoring position, less than 2 out, is hitting .381. He's just dangerous business no matter what. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it off to the right and out of play. It was a breaking ball down and away, and a defensive swing just got the head of the bat on.
Tell the good hitters, even the defensive swings, keep them alive to get another pitch.
Brandon Crawford is on deck. Getting the sense that Maeda may be hitting a wall here. 0-2. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. Belt at second base, tied at 3. The 0-2 is in the dirt. Blocked on the short hop by Yasmani Grandal, and is 1-2. Posey on the season is at 292. He's been right around 300 all year. And again, it seems like he always is. Kendrick Hernandez and Seguin in the outfield. They're straight away. Seguin in the most shallow of the 3 in right. Now the 1-2. Posey takes low and outside. And it's 2-2. Posey hitting 3 1/4 over his last 18 games. The Dodger lead over the Giants in the standings, 1 game. Here's the 2-2. Posey with a ground ball to third. Turner freezes the runner at second. Throw on to first. Posey retired. Belt has to retreat. There's 2 out.
Posey has had some recent back issues, and just watching him run, it's on a very, cautious mode is what we have seen over the last couple of days, watching some of their televised games and then looking at the way he's moving around tonight.
Well, here's Brandon Crawford coming up. 11 home runs, 74 runs batted in. Most RBIs by a shortstop in the big leagues this year. Left-handed hitter, UCLA. Grew up in Northern California as a Giant fan, so you can go home again. And he takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, there's another pitch in the dirt that Grandal had to block.
Maeda about to throw his 95th pitch. 2 out in the top of the 5th and a 3-3 game. Belt leads from second base. Maeda's got the sign set at the belt. And the pitch to Crawford. He's low and outside, 2-0. Maeda's got the sign now. 2 balls, no strikes to Brandon Crawford. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. According to third base umpire and the crew chief, Jerry Davis, 3 balls, no strikes. Rob Drake calling balls and strikes in his 9th big league season. Carlos Torres, the first base umpire tonight. Sam Holbrook is at second. And the crew chief, Jerry Davis, at third. And now on a 3-0 count, the Dodgers say, forget about it. We'll intentionally walk Crawford to get to Hunter Pence. Boy, it didn't used to be that way, did it? So Pence with 2 on and 2 out. That's the 4th walk of the game given up by Maeda. Pence has bounced back to the box and bounced to short. Maeda set at the belt. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Eduardo Nunez is on deck. On 0-1, Pence takes high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And for Maeda, the next pitch will be his 100th. An ominous sign with 2 out in the 5th. His shelf life is rapidly expiring. Here's a 1-1. Outside, it gets past Grandal, goes to the backstop. Belt will go to third. Crawford will go to second. The count is 2-1.
Well, Grandal tried to backhand the ball, reach all the way across his body on a slider that is thrown to him. Yes, it was in the dirt, but he never moved his feet, and he tried to backhand it.
So now, base hit, and there's real trouble. We're tied at 3. Count is 2-1. The pitch to Pence. Swing and a miss. Off-speed breaking ball, and Pence really came out of his shoes. That is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Second and third. Top of the 5th. Tied at 3. Maeda into the wind. The pitch to Hunter Pence. Popped up foul behind the plate and out of play. Pennant fever inside Dodger Stadium. Each pitch is increasing importance. Maeda into the wind, the 2-2 to Pence. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will end the inning. But not before the Giants come up with a run on 2 hits and leave 2. After 4.5, Giants and Dodge. Kike came into the game, .625 in his career against Bumgarner, but tonight he has struck out twice. Takes a breaking ball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Kike is at 194. And the next pitch is fouled off to the right and out of play. And it's 1-1. We'll pause here 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Radio Network.
AM 570 KLAC, 98.7 KYSR, HD2. Los Angeles. Available anywhere using the iHeartRadio app.
1 ball, 1 strike to Kike Hernandez, leading off the bottom of the 5th, and he lines a base hit into center field. So Hernandez, who has owned Madison Bumgarner, not many have over the course of his young career, is now 1 for 3, a leadoff single to center.
Yeah, and they kept the ball away from Kike Hernandez in each of the first 2 at-bats, primarily breaking balls outside, coming back and getting the corner. And that time, Posey was sitting up outside of the fastball. Bumgarner came on the inner third of the plate. Well, that's the area that Hernandez has worn out Bumgarner.
Hernandez is now 11 for 19 against Bumgarner. Howie Kendrick takes low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. To get more kids home safely, Children's Hospital Los Angeles has donated a car seat to Catalina Grijalva of Inglewood to get Anna Murray home safely. Learn more about CHLA and the Get Home Safe program. Visit chla.org. Toss over to first base. Hernandez back standing up. Kike's got 1 stolen base on the year. But you don't mess with Mother Nature, and you don't test Buster Posey's throwing arm. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a foul off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Bumgarner's picked off 4 runners this year on top of him.
So too much risk and not enough reward. We'll see how it plays out. Posey is thrown out 18 of 47, 38%. Here is a call strike to Kendrick. 1-2. Howie has bounced to second and bounced to short. We're tied at 3. Hernandez is at first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th.
That was a slow hook. Pagan not particularly deep in left field. In fact, Hunter Pence is playing more deeply in right field.
Now the 1-2. Comebacker. Knocked down by Bumgarner. Throws to second base. They get the force out there. Bumgarner, if he feels it cleanly, might have had a chance for the double play. He was able to knock it down, so they got the force out at second base. Kendrick will take over at first. The Dodgers are thinking about the possibility of a replay request.
You know, it's really kind of strange. The Dodgers are on their replay phone, and the Giants are on their replay phone. They each want to take a look at it. I think the Giants are going to look at the slide by Kike Hernandez. He hit the bag and then went into the fielder. Is there enough evidence there to say, hey, look, it should be the continuation play? And with that new ruling at second base. So both of the teams went to review. And neither one of them will follow through.
So 1 out. And here's Seager. Didn't take long for him to extend his hitting streak to 14. He fouls it off to the left. And it's 0-1. Seager is 2 for 2 tonight, a single and a double and 2 runs scored. Corey Seager right now is hitting .324. He is 3rd in the National League in hitting.
I looked at some spray charts of Seager earlier today. If you're defensive aligning the opposing, where would you have them play him? He hits the ball all over the place.
You know, we still have, 37 games left in the regular season. After tonight, Seager, big swing, fouls it back, 0-2. I think it is fair to say that as of August the 23rd, he's pretty close to being a lock for Rookie of the Year. Now, depending on how the Dodgers go down the stretch, you got to put him at least into the conversation about most valuable player. 0-2 to Seager, who takes high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Second on the team with 22 home runs. Turner on deck has 23. Third in the league with 34 doubles. Fifth in the league with 85 runs scored. And the 1-2 is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tonight with 2 hits, he has 46 multi-hit games, ranks 4th in the league in that category. 4th in the league with runners in scoring position. He's hitting .356. And the 2-2. Swing, and he rolls it foul up the first base line.
Talk about Seager hitting the ball all over the place. You pitch him in, he'll pull it. You go away, he'll go the opposite way. And he has power in every direction as well. And even though he offers a great number of pitches in the first offering made to him in each at bat, his contact percentage is extremely high.
Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here's the pitch. High. 3-2. Oh, and his on-base percentage is a mere .377. There have only been 2 players in history to be Rookie of the Year and MVP at the same time. Freddie Lynn in '75 with the Red Sox. Ichiro with the Mariners in 2001. Toss over to first base, and Kendrick back standing up. Jesse Chavez continues to warm in the pen, which suggests it's the end of the line for Maeda. So another bullpen effort upcoming for the Dodgers. A 3-2. Seager fouls it back. Kendrick was off and running with the pitch.
Just have to make sure you do not get picked off if you're going here. Dave Roberts feels comfortable enough, did on that pitch. Talking about Seager making a very high percentage of contact. Although lefty against lefty. What makes Bumgarner so difficult to hit at times his delivery. You don't pick up the ball. It kind of slings the ball around his entire body.
On 3-2, there goes Kendrick. A swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. So Seager, with the 2 hits tonight, a 14-game hitting streak. He had a 19-game hitting streak from the middle of June to the first week of July. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat between the left-handed hitting Corey Seager and the southpaw Madison Bumgarner. The 3-2, high ball 4, and once again Kendrick is off and running. Now he can break into a trot. The Dodgers have first and second with 1 out, and Justin Turner coming up. First walk of the game given up by Bumgarner. Bruce Bochy now in his 10th season with the Giants, talking with his pitching coach Dave Righetti, and Righetti is going to the bullpen telephone. Justin Turner is 2 for 2, lifting his average to 278. Couple of singles, first and second with 1 out, and the pitch. Turner fouls it off to the right. It's 0-1. Turner is 9th in the National League, hitting with runners in scoring position at .337. .23 home runs and now 73 runs batted in.
Corey Guerin is the first man to get up in the Giants bullpen to throw.
Adrian Gonzalez on deck. The 0-1 to Turner. He swings and a fly ball down the right field line, slicing into the stands, a row back along the sidewall. Pence runs out of room. It's 0-2.
Justin Turner, last 30 games, has hit .320 with 10 home runs. Oddly enough, he's hit much better average-wise, .302 on the road than at home, .245.
Turner with 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in last week on the road. And the 0-2 is on the way. Fouls it back to the screen. Turner hitting .320 since the All-Star break. The Dodger offense and the Dodger bullpen has carried the day since the end of June when Kershaw last pitched. Here's the 0-2. Slow chopper up the third base line. Difficult play for Nunez. Tries to barehand it and he can't make it. Infield hit for Turner is now 3 for 3. The bases are loaded, 1 out, and Adrian Gonzalez is coming up.
Kind of a strange developing play because Nunez did not break in on the ball real hard. He kind of stayed back on the ball to begin with, and then he didn't really charge it hard at any particular time. Looked like he was trying to time his step, where his left foot would be forward, right foot back, reach down for the ball. He simply did not come up with it. But, boy, he took a year and a day to get to the baseball to begin with.
Unlike Kenta Maeda, who is a very outwardly passive human being, Madison Bumgarner, on the other hand, wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he is barking at anybody in sight. A quick meeting at the mound with Dave Righetti.
Yeah, he's not partial to one sleeve or the other. It's both of them.
Well, here comes Adrian Gonzalez. A single, a sac fly, a 16-game hitting streak, during which time he has 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. He's got the bases loaded. He's got 5 career grand slams. Bumgarner deals way outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Scott keep the ball off the ground, trying to avoid the double play ball. Already with a sac fly, Gonzalez in tonight's game.
Bumgarner steps off the rubber now. This is a pivotal moment in the game. Bumgarner is clearly torqued. The crowd is into it. We're tied at 3 with the bases loaded, 1 out. And Adrian Gonzalez with 15 home runs. Of course, he had 8 RBIs the other night in Cincinnati. Here's the 1-0 outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hitting standpoint, don't try and get too big. Don't try and hit it too hard here. You have the discretion of 2-0 to count. Gonzalez has not really hit Bumgarner exceptionally well in the past. Came in 167 average.
The bases are loaded. The 2-0. Gonzalez pokes a base hit into center field. Over the outstretched glove of Crawford. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. As Kendrick and Seager score, 2 more RBIs for Adrian Gonzalez, and the Dodgers lead 5-3.
How do you spell hot? Gonzalez. He came in it tonight, the previous 15 games, hitting at .410. Chris Woodward sending both runners in. And really a good job at second base as Turner came around the bag. The throw from Span went to the second base bag. And Turner very alertly was able to dive back in time.
Gonzalez in his last 14 innings of play has knocked in 11 runs. Ain't bad. Yasmani Grandal, 0 for 2. Dodgers lead 5-3. Adrian Gonzalez now with 73 runs batted in. And with the hit, lifts his average to .301. Grandal fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-1.
Now the trick is to not let your foot off the accelerator. Still have thoughtful at-bats. That's exactly what this ball club has done here in the inning.
Grandal has bounced to short and has been struck out. 21 home runs, 54 runs batted in for Yasmani Grandal. And now Bumgarner steps off the rubber.
Grandal's average continues to go up. You can also see that he's got more confidence in his swing. And why not? The last 30 games hitting about .285.
Only 2 home runs as a right-handed hitter. 19 as a lefty batter. He check swings and fouls it off to the right. 0-2 to Yasmani Grandal. Gonzalez with his base hit during the hitting streak, which is now 16 games, .429. Second and on deck. Turner leads from second, Gonzalez from first. 5-3 Dodgers. 1 out, bottom half of the 5th. Grandal fouls it back behind the plate, now to play.
That's a pitch that we have not seen Bumgarner make a lot of. You're ahead in the count 0-2. That was a fastball up and out of the plate. Grandal would love to have it back, and Bumgarner said, no, let's not revisit that one.
So the Dodgers with 2 runs and 3 hits in the inning lead it 5-3. The 0-2 to Grandal swung on and missed strike 3. Slow breaking ball. He's down. 6. Make that 7th strikeout of the game for Bumgarner. And it's the 2nd out of the 5th. Rob Segedin has homered and has been struck out. Segedin with 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in with the Dodgers. A fly ball to right. Pence headed toward the line. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the Dodgers come up with 2 runs, 3 hits, leave 2. We go to the 6th. They lead the Giants 5-3.
AM 570.
570.
Nunez 0 for 1 and a walk. Chavez first pitch, a swing and a foul back. It's 0-1. The pitching change brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. Fresh cut fries from real potatoes. Shakes made with real ice cream, fresh toasted buns, and pure beef patties. At In-N-Out, that's what freshness is all about. Why not stop in after the game? Chavez on 0-1. Nunez fouls it back and it's 0-2. Eduardo Nunez, his 23rd game with the Giants. Right-handed batter. And the 0-2 on the way. Ground ball that deflects off Chavez. And it's going to be an infield hit picked up by Justin Turner. It got him on the leg, and he's kind of walking around and grimacing a moment, and just to make sure. Dave Roberts and Nathan Lucero are going to go out and have a look at him.
He turned to his left. It hit him on the back side. Looked like the upper thigh, right hip area. But this is another night, Charlie, that you've got the Dodger bullpen in the game in the 6th inning. Kenta Maeda has worked 5 innings tonight. He's done. He's averaged less than 6 innings this year. So Dave Roberts and Rick Honeycutt, I mean, they've been doing a high wire act all season long. How do you use the bullpen? How do you split the workload and not tax the arms any more than they are already being taxed?
We're in the top of the 6th, brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you, so we know for sure that the bullpen tonight will throw 4 more innings. And we also know that Brett Anderson and Scott Kazmir have been placed on the disabled list. Adam Libator now beginning to warm in the Dodger pen. He's fresh off the DL.
Charlie, the runner getting on base, Bumgarner, has been called back. He's in the dugout and does not appear to be the happiest camper in town, and he's leaving the dugout, going for the clubhouse.
Well, rarely do you see that. Now, Joe Panic takes a ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes, when informed that he was not going to be hitting. Bumgarner went down toward the end of the dugout where his glove was and his warm-up jacket was, and the jacket and the glove disappeared. So here's Joe Panic taking outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Panic scored a run tonight. He has scored at least 1 run in 8 consecutive games against the Dodgers. Connor Gillespie is in the on-deck circle. He will pinch hit for Bumgarner. Here's a 2-0. A call strike, 2-1. So Bumgarner was not a happy camper when he received the news from his boss.
Well, he's made 96 pitches to this point, Bumgarner has.
Here's a 2-1. The runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw to second base is not in time. Eduardo Nunez, who stole 27 with the Twins, has just stolen his 5th with the Giants.
Boy, and he got a very big lead. A little surprised that Grandal was able to make it somewhat close. A lower throw may have been a closer play, but the throw was up into the third base side of the bag. What a jump by Nunez.
Dodgers thinking about a replay request. And they decide play on. Joe Panic at 248, left-handed hitter out of St. John's. The 3-1 is a call strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Panic. Libator is warm and ready, and presumably will be called upon when Connor Gillespie is announced. Here's a 3-2. Little roller up the first base line, right by the bag. Gonzalez picks it up, steps on the bag. Nunez goes to third. That's the first out of the 6th. Gillespie is now being called back. Let's see who's coming out. Well, it's not Gillespie. It's not Gillespie. It's Tahiri Adrianza, switch hitter, which presumably will then keep Dave Roberts in the dugout. Gillespie was all set to hit. And Roberts was all set to bring in Libitor, who has now sat down. So Roberts playing chess with the master, Bruce Bochy. Adrianza's at 3-6. He died for 25. And he loops one down the right field line, and it drops in for a base hit. Nunez comes in to score. A pinch hit single to right for Adrianza. It's a one-run game. Dodgers 5, Giants 4.
Yeah, limited number of bats by Adrianza. In fact, only 25 before this at bat here. But for Bochy, just taking a chance. Look, we've got a runner scoring position. Let's not go lefty-lefty matchup. As you're talking about, Libitor most likely would have been called in. That's why you start to look at the National League. And you're going to use pinch hitters for your pitchers and which way the game is going.
So Libitor, fresh off the DL, his 47th appearance, a 1.53 ERA, and opponents are hitting just 174 against him. And he is facing the left-handed hitting Denard Span, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Span at 273. Adrianza's at first base with one out. He is the tying run. Dodgers 5, Giants 4. It's now a battle of the bullpens. Libitor's first pitch. Span takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Angel Pagan on deck. So you got Span, Pagan, and Belt. 3 lefties in a row. Thus the presence of Adam Libitor. No balls and a strike. Adrianza, short lead at first. Gonzalez holding him there. Libitor set at the belt. Here's a toss over to first base. Adrianza's back, standing up. Libitor has held left-handed hitters to a 136 average this year. Span is single to right, walked, scored a run, and bounced out. The 0-1 is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-game lead for the Dodgers, a 1-run lead for the Dodgers, with 1 out and 1 in the top of the 6th. Dodgers 5-4 over the Giants. Libitor set. Pitch to Span. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Libitor, the fastball, slider, and the splitter. Local product out of Bellflower.
Span has the highest batting average of any Giant since the All-Star break, 326. And he's 1 for 3 tonight. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Dodgers, 4 runs, 8 hits for San Francisco. Now the 1-2 from Libitor. Instead, a toss to first base, and Adrianza's back standing up. At the major league level this year, Adrianza's attempted 1 stolen base, and he was caught. Kike Hernandez relatively shallow and playing toward left center. Another toss to first base. Adrianza's back standing up. Dodger outfield tonight. Howie Kendrick in left. Kike Hernandez in center. Rob Segedin in right. Just the way the Dodgers had it figured in March. Kendrick back in March was battling for a spot at second base, playing a little at third, first. Now he's the everyday left fielder. Here's the 1-2. Span with a ground ball to short. Seager flips to second. Culberson on to first. Dug out by Gonzalez. And an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So into your car when the game began. You could have listened to Mo and me and already be at Chumash Casino Resort, located in the beautiful Santa Barbara wine country, 2 hours north of L.A. For more information, visit ChumashCasino.com. Chumash Casino Resort. Corey Guerin is now on in relief for the Giants. His 44th appearance, an ERA at 4.46. And opposing hitters are hitting .238 against him. Now that the lefty Bumgarner is out, so too is Charlie Culberson. Chase Utley is coming in to pinch hit. And Utley takes a strike. And it's 0-1. I don't know anybody's had a happier homecoming all year in baseball than Chase Utley did in Philadelphia. A magical night. On 0-1, Utley fouls it back, 0-2, in the town that famously has booed Santa Claus. He got one standing ovation after another.
Tell you what, they might boo Santa Claus. They did not boo Chase Utley after playing 1,551 career games, wearing a Phillies uniform very proudly. Championship teams, World Series championship teams.
And as a Dodger, a couple of home runs, and he loops one into short right field. Pence coming on, he can't get it. So a pinch hit single for Chase Utley here in the bottom of the sixth.
Well, a reminder, come to Dodger Stadium any day or night, but remember, Saturday afternoon, you can watch your favorite Hollywood celebrities show off their softball skills in the annual Hollywood Stars game presented by New Balance. The softball game will follow the Dodgers-Cubs game, which begins at 1:05. For tickets and information, Dodgers.com/Hollywood Stars.
Andrew Tolles now will pinch hit for Adam Libator. Tolles, left-handed hitter. Takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Tolles, this is his 19th game with the Dodgers, 15 for 46. That's a .326 average, a home run, and 5 runs batted in.
Yeah, his first Major League home run yesterday, a 2-run blast in the 5th inning.
Here comes the 1-0. Takes outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Utley bluffed as if he was going to go. What that also did is it moved Brandon Crawford out of his shortstop position. So if he was breaking towards the bag, he'd be in Crawford. If the ball had been put into play, Tolles would have had an extra area to hit through the left side of the infield.
Now the 2-0. Fly ball, right center field, base hit. That splits the crease, goes to the wall. Rounding third is Utley. He's on his way home. Throw to the plate is not in time. Tolles with an RBI double, and the Dodgers take the 6-4 lead.
Andrew Tolles knocked in 4 runs yesterday. A sacrifice fly, a single to right field. Then the home run, the first of his Major League career, also to right field.
So Andrew Tolles with a big double. Back-to-back pinch hits for Utley and for Tolles. The Dodgers have a 2-run lead.
That's an area, too, the Dodgers want to improve upon, obviously. They came on as a team hitting 173 as a pinch hitter. That's the 15th run that pinch hitters had knocked in this year.
Dodgers lead by 2. Kike Hernandez stepping in. So a battle of the bullpens in the first of the final 9 games of the season between the Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers lead it 6-4. Tolles at second base, nobody out in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Joe Blanton warming in the Dodger bullpen. And Will Smith in the Giant bullpen. Guerin deals. Hernandez squares to bunt, fouls it off. It's 0-1. Howie Kendrick on deck. Now the 0-1 to Hernandez, 1 for 3 tonight. Grounds it past the third baseman, Nunez, into short left. Here's Tolles on his way home. The throw is cut off. An RBI single for Kike Hernandez. The Dodgers with their second run of the sixth, now lead it 7-4.
And they're doing what teams need to do. You're coming down to the final part of the season. 38 games left, counting today. And that's to gang up on a team once you can get some runs, trying to prove the point. Just add, keep the baton going. You hit the hit, give it to somebody else. He gives it to somebody else. And that's exactly what they've done here in the inning.
3 hits in a row for the Dodgers to begin the bottom of the sixth, and Howie Kendrick coming up.
What can Tolles run?
Once it got past the diving Nunez, Pagan had no chance. Quick toss to first base, and Hernandez back standing up. Kike Hernandez with the RBI single was 4 for 35 with runners in scoring position until that at-bat. Kendrick 0 for 3, but has scored a run, swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Dodgers and Giants tomorrow night, Thursday night. Then the Cubs come in. Giants come back here in about 3 weeks' time for 3 more. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes, swing, and a miss. And it's 0-2. Kike Hernandez will go to second base. It kicked off the glove of Buster Posey, so for a moment it looked like it might have been a foul tip. It was not.
And a breaking ball outside. Hernandez had to pick the perfect pitch to be going. Posey has backhanded the ball. He did not make the transfer cleanly.
0-2 to Kendrick. Hernandez leads from second. Guerin set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kendrick down on a slider. That's the first out of the 6th inning, and here comes Corey Seager, and out of the dugout, here comes Bruce Bochy. He'll call on Will Smith to face Seager. And the way Seager has been hitting, good luck to Will Smith. 1 out, 1 on, 2 in. Bottom half of the 6th, Dodgers 7, Giants 4.
For more than 60 years.
His 37th appearance at a 4.88 ERA. And since coming to the Giants in 9 appearances, 6 runs and 10 hits in 5 2/3. Not exactly the way he had it figured when he was traded from Milwaukee to the Giants.
Fastball, slider. Well, he'll show the curveball, but basically the fastball, then a slider, and a lot of sliders.
Corey Seager at .324. 22 home runs, 61 runs batted in. The Dodgers with 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Lead at 7-4. Kike Hernandez leads off second base. And the pitch to Seager is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Seager .264 against left-handed pitching. .342 against righties. 1 ball, no strikes. Hernandez extends his lead a bit at second base. Smith deals. And Seager takes high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
How about the fact that Corey Seager's batting average has gone up every month this year? April .250. May .301. June .343. July .347. He's hit better than that in August. .377 coming in tonight this month.
2 balls and no strikes. Seager with a fly ball to right. In, though, is Pence to make the catch off the end of the bat. And that's the first out of the 6th inning. So that's the first out. And Justin Turner coming up. Turner is 3 for 3. Well, when you got your 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Seager with 2 hits tonight, Turner with 3, and Gonzalez with 2 hits, a sac fly, and 3 RBIs. The middle of the lineup is getting it done. Turner with his 3 hits tonight has lifted his average to 280. Kike Hernandez with a huge lead at second. Turner fouls it off the end of the bat, and it's 0-1. Turner hitting .320 since the All-Star break. Dodgers 7 runs and 12 hits. Coming off their 18-run, 21-hit performance in Cincinnati yesterday. And the 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Turner. Dodgers with a win tonight can go 2 up on the Giants. The Giants win tonight, and these 2 teams will be all even. Here's the 1-1. Turner fouls it back, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Adrian Gonzalez on deck.
Pagan again plays a very shallow left field against Turner. Hunter Pence in right field like he's playing prevent doubles. He's so deep.
Denard Span a couple of steps shaded toward right center. Dodgers 7-4 over the Giants. They've scored 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Count is 1-2 to Turner. Kike Hernandez leading off second base. Will Smith set at the belt, and the pitch to Turner. Tried to check his swing, went around, he's been struck out, and that'll end the inning. But the Dodgers come up with a couple of runs on 3 hits and leave 1. We'll go to the 7th. Dodgers lead at 7.
The idea is to attack the strike zone, attack it early.
Chase Utley remains in the game at second base. He pinch hit for Charlie Culberson. Andrew Toll stays in the game. He'll play in center field. Kike Hernandez comes out, part of a double switch. So here is Blanton. First batter he faces is Angel Pagan, who takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Pagan is 2 for 3 and hitting .302. With his 2 hits tonight, he's extended his hitting streak to 19 games. Blanton deals outside 1-1. In fact, the 3 longest active hitting streaks in Major League Baseball are on display tonight. Pagan with 2 hits extends his streak to 19. Gonzalez and Seager, each with base hits, now have 16 game hitting streaks. Correction. Gonzalez has 16 consecutive games. Seager has 14 straight. So the 3 longest hitting streaks we've been watching tonight, and they've all been extended. The 1-1 to Pagan is a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Dodgers 7, Giants 4, just beginning the top of the 7th. Belton Posey will hit next. Blanton into the wind, the 1-2. Grounded foul up the first base line. A season full of thrills deserves a performance SUV just as exciting. Stop by the Lexus display outside VIP Will Call to see the newly redesigned RXF Sport. Blanton has been a rock of stability out of this Dodger bullpen this year. As Pagan swings and fouls it off to the left, 1-2.
We have a chance to see the players work out. Just before the game, but here with a newly designed Dodger locker room with all the different facilities that it has. Just today noticing going by the weight training area how Blanton works. And I mean, he really, really works on the core of his body.
The 1-2, Pagan lines one into right field and nearly misjudged, but Seguin is there to make the catch for the first out of the 7th.
Balls do take off when they have backspin. Seguin is very thankful, didn't take off anymore. But going back to the training part of it, not just the running and getting the legs in shape and the overall cardio, but strengthening themselves, upper body, make sure that they have the legs. And for Blanton, he's able to combine all of those and get tremendous drive with his legs off the mound.
Now Brandon Belt a double in 3 at-bats. Dodgers have the shift on for him, and Belt takes a strike. It's 0-1. Corey Seager, the only defender on the left side of the infield, and he's shaded toward second base. Justin Turner is in short right on a so-called triangle defense. As Belt swings and misses, it's 0-2.
Everybody talking about the shift. We go back, clubs did it against Ted Williams. Lou Boudreau, who was managing against him, was the boy wonder player manager. So they did it against Williams. Read an article the other day. You know, the shortstop position was kind of a rover there for a long time. Even in 1860, they had a shift.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Belt down. This thing a slider down and in, and that's the second out of the 7th.
So the second half of the 19th century, there was nothing new, is it? The shortstop would be presented somewhere between first and second base if the left-handed batter was up there. So not a totally new idea. They just reintroduced it.
Now Buster Posey, who's 1 for 3. He takes a strike, 0-1. Dodgers 7-4, 2 out, nobody on, top of the 7th. Blanton, the 4th Dodger pitcher of the night. As the sign from Grandal, here's the 0-1. Posey takes low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got Brandon Crawford on deck. Blanton set. And here's the 1-1 swing and a miss. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Attack, attack, attack.
Blanton reinvented himself in the latter stages of his career. From starter to a bulldog out of the pen. Here's the 1-2. Posey swings and misses, and that ends the inning. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball darting down and away, and Blanton retires the Giants in order. 7-4, they've out-hit the Giants 12-8. So in the last not quite 2 games, the Dodgers have pulverized opposing pitching to the tune of 25 runs and 33 hits. They just keep on coming. Gonzalez has 2 of them tonight. He's now at 3-0-2. He swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Dodgers 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Giants 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Grandal on deck. Seguin to follow. Will Smith, first full inning of relief, delivers a strike, and it's 0-2 to Adrian Gonzalez. 25 runs, 33 hits in the last 16 innings. Here's the 0-2. Gonzalez lines one down the left field line, slicing into the stands and out of play.
yesterday was just an offensive onslaught. 3 home runs by Gonzalez, 7 by the Dodgers. In the same inning, they went back-to-back home runs 2 different times.
Now 0-2 to Gonzalez, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Takes low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's the All-Star break. The Dodgers 18-15. The ERA is 4.83, but the batting average is 280 and 52 home runs. Here's the 1-2. Gonzalez swings and misses down on a slider, and that's the first out of the 7th.
Folks, you can follow Dodger Baseball live with MLB.com at that app. Now you can stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and even more than that. Just download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet.
And here's Yasmani Grandal. It's the All-Star break. He's hit 9 home runs and is hitting .276. Takes high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know what might get lost in the shuffle here, Charlie? Is that when Nunez was thrown out trying to steal, after 1 out, there were back-to-back walks, Nunez and Panic in the 4th inning. When Grandal threw out Nunez, it really kind of set the tone.
Grandal takes inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Would have been 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. All of a sudden, there's 2 outs. Bumgarner struck out. Dodgers got out of it. And had that inning gone, with Bumgarner coming on, there's no telling what he could have done, even if the Giants had cashed in 1 run at the time.
Grandal on 2-0, takes high and inside, 3 balls and no strikes. And then Bumgarner got unglued a little bit in the 5th inning. He'd give up 2 runs and 3 hits. And that was the end of the line for him. Dodgers lead at 7-4. 1 out, nobody out of the bottom of the 7th, and Grandal takes a strike. It's 3-1. AT&T covers over 99% of all Americans, which makes it easy for you to connect with your family and friends. AT&T, mobilizing your world. This is one of those nights where the Dodgers don't have to scoreboard watch. They know how the Giants are doing. Here's the 3-1. Grandal grounds it to 3rd. Nunez picks it up on an easy hop, throws across the diamond. Grandal's retired. There's 2 out. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers radio network.
AM 570 KLAC, 98.7 KYSR, HD2. Los Angeles. Available anywhere using the iHeartRadio app.
Charlie Stunner, Rick Monday, Vince Scully coming to you from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom half of the 7th, and we've got ourselves a pitching change. George Cantos up. Mets beat the Cardinals tonight 7-4 in St. Louis. Jose Reyes reached base 4 times and scored 3. The Cardinals this year at home, Busch Stadium. Everybody dressed in red. They drive for hours to get to games. Are 28-34 at Busch Stadium. Second in on the first pitch he sees from Cantos. Bounces to second base. Panic easily throws him out, and the inning is over. Nothing across for the Dodgers. We go to the 8th. Dodgers 7 and the Giants 4.
AM 570.
Brandon Crawford leads off the 8th. The Dodgers employ the shift against him, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Now, Howie Kendrick, who'd been playing in left field, was using his left fielder's glove at second base, and he suddenly said, hey, wait a minute, I got the wrong glove. So one of the bat boys comes out and passes on his old glove.
Yeah, the outfield glove a little bit longer. Yeah, but that second baseman, they don't want a whole lot of glove. They won't be able to reach in to grab the ball in a hurry, so it's smaller.
Outside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford, Pence, and Nunez. Well, we'll try to find out what, if anything, is going on with Chase Utley. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Crawford takes outside, 2-1.
Now there's something tweaked or something wrong. Utley got that bloop single as he came on a pinch hit in the 6th inning. Eventually scored.
2 balls and a strike to Brandon Crawford. Blanton into the line. Crawford swings and misses, and it's 2-2. Blanton in his 2nd inning of relief. Crawford is 0 for 2 and a walk tonight. Luis Avalon just recalled today, and Kenley Jansen warming in the Dodger
I was going to mention Kenley Jansen.
Ground ball, right side. There's Kendrick. Picks it up and throws to Gonzalez. First out of the 8th.
And with Jansen warming up in the 8th, is this a spot that Dave Roberts may be opting or thinking about? A 4-out outing for Jansen.
Well, no pressure to do so as yet. Hunter Pence 0 for 3 stepping in. Pence has bounced back to the box. He's grounded to short and has been struck out. Dodgers 7-4, 1 out, nobody on, top of the 8th. Blanton delivers low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Pence 8 home runs, 41 runs batted in. And he pops it up into short right. Reddick is there taking charge and making the catch for the 2nd out of the 8th. It's double-double time. When the Dodgers hit back-to-back doubles, the first 25 callers to Dodger Talk. Win a double-double meal from In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about.
Well, Dave Roberts didn't come out, but he did motion for Yasmani Grandal to go to the mound and eat some time. And Roberts is waiting for Rick Honeycutt to come over, and they're discussing what they're going to do.
Eduardo Nunez is the batter.
Let's think along with the manager for a moment. With the out going right there, and there's still a conversation in the Dodgers dugout. If Pence had gotten on base, there was a chance we could have seen Jansen. And Roberts is coming out.
And he's going to make a double switch. Jock Peterson out of the dugout. He'll go into center field. Tolles will come back to the bench. Now the question is, who's he going to bring in out of the pen? Well, the answer is Kenley Jansen with 2 out, nobody on, top of the 8th. Dodgers 7 and the Giants 4.
Remember when you swore you'd never get married, never have 4 bedrooms and a minivan, and never have
10 innings of relief for Joe Blanton. And now Kenley Jansen making his 54th appearance of the year, a 1.76 ERA, and opposing hitters are hitting a measly 154 against him. Eduardo Nunez, the right-handed hitter, with a high fly ball into short left field. Andrew Tolles, who moved over from center to left, makes the catch. 1 pitch. Jansen is done with the Dodgers lead at 7-4. Reddick, while hitting .265 on the year, still hasn't gotten uncorked with the Dodgers. Hitting .149. Takes high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Reddick jammed his finger the other night, answering the door for room service.
Hello. Telegram.
You know, as like you, we've been on the road a lot over the years. We have stubbed our toes a million times in hotels. You don't know sometimes whether to get on the left side of the bed or the right side of the bed. Where is the John? Where isn't it? Reddick fouls it off to the left, then out of play. It was 2-1. But I don't believe I've ever jammed a finger on the road. Stubbed toes many a time. And you?
Nope.
5 fingers Fortescue, which is 2 better than 3 fingers Brown. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Josh Reddick. He's hitting in Chase Utley's place. Here's 2-1, and Reddick swings and misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's the only concerning aspect of the game to this point. We've not heard anything one way or the other. Utley was just in for about an inning. Did not start with the lefty Bumgarner going. Buster Posey just got nailed with a foul tip on his hockey-style mask. And so the Giant trainer has come rushing out, and understandably so. And
Posey is telling everybody, I'm all right. That's catcher speak for, I'll get through it.
And he is okay. I mean, one of the game's elite stars, Buster Posey. Andrew Toles on deck, and then Kike Hernandez. The Dodgers in control of this one, 7-4. Reddick leading off in the bottom of the 8th. Contos, the 4th Giant pitcher of the night. Bumgarner gave up 5 runs and 9 hits in 5 innings. Contos now has a sign from Posey. Here's the 2-2. Low ball 3. Posey just got nailed in the center of his mask. Was shaken up for a moment. Then a pitch in the dirt, and he hopped out from behind home plate like nothing happened. So 3-2 to Reddick, leading off the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers 7-4. Contos getting the sign. And the pitch to Reddick is on the way. Low and outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Reddick here in the bottom of the 8th.
And here comes Bochy.
And presumably there goes Contos. So Reddick at first base with nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th. And the Dodgers are leading at 7-4, and we're going to take a break.
For more than 60 years, Denny's made some pretty darn good pancakes. Those golden brown rounds became an American favorite, but as good as they were, we knew we...
Is the hitter, Josh Reddick. The leadoff walk is at first base. Dodgers 7 runs and 12 hits. The Giants 4 runs and 8. Lopez set at the belt. First pitch to Toles, a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
For Andrew Toles, get ready for a big sweeping slider.
Javier Lopez is now 39. There's the 0-1. And a fly ball well hit to right. Back goes Pence, and it is gone. A home run. Andrew Toles. A double as a pinch hitter in the 6th. And a 2-run home run here in the 8th. And the Dodgers lead it now 9-4.
Low line drive hit off the top of the fence and wound up in the pavilion. So Toles has gone home runs back-to-back games. And that trip around the diamond sponsored by Daniel's Jewelers. Donating $1,000 for every Dodger home run. Get this month to a place called home, a safe haven in South LA, empowering and directing underserved youth. Daniel's Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Well, the Dodgers now in a cakewalk, 9-4. Kike Hernandez out of the game, and this is where Jock Peterson steps in and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Anecdotally, we were wondering about Chase Utley after playing just 1 inning. He's on the bench. So, what, if anything's going on? We'll find out after the game. Jock Peterson takes low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got Andrew Toles a home run yesterday. It was a 2-run shot. I mentioned he dropped in 4. That was the first of 2 back-to-back home runs in that inning, the 6th. Toles and Sagan. What was eye-opening about that? For each of them is their first Major League home run.
The 1-1, a slow roller up the first base line. Lopez picks it up, throws to Belt. Peterson is done, first out of the 8th.
I believe the number is correct. That's the third time this year that a team has had back-to-back home runs hit by players. It was their first Major League home run. A couple of weeks ago, the Yankees did it.
2 rookies in their first at-bat.
The guys that were called up after A-Rod had the ceremony and departed baseball.
Howie Kendrick takes low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Seager on deck. Dodgers 9 runs and 13 hits. Coming off an 18-run, 21-hit performance just yesterday. 2 balls and no strikes. Lopez deals, and Kendrick takes a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Jake Peavy now warming up in the Dodger pen. I'm sorry, in the Giant pen. Well, you'd have a scoop if it was warming up in the Dodger bullpen, wouldn't you? 2 balls and a strike. Kendrick swings and misses 2-2.
There's a lot of different guys have warmed up there this year. He just happens to not be one of them.
So tomorrow night, pregame at 6. First pitch 7:10. Rich Hill and Johnny Cueto. Lopez misses outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Rich Hill keeping his blistered fingers crossed that he can finally make his first start since coming to Los Angeles. Here's 3-2. Kendrick takes call, strike 3, inside corner. Now he doesn't like the call, kind of waves his hands as he departs to the dugout. Well, here is Mr. Seager. 2 for 3, a walk, and 3 runs scored tonight. Mentioned earlier in the game, and got ample time, got 37 games left in the regular season. Seager takes a breaking ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. You would think at this point the Rookie of the Year award is a lock. You can start, again, depending on how the Dodgers do down the stretch, you can certainly put his name into the hat for MVP this year. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, he also plays an important position, too, in the middle of that infield.
And right now he's playing an important position in the batting order. 3rd. Line drive, left field, base hit. Nearly his 3rd hit of the night. Right on cue. Nothing phases him.
If it does, he does not let on.
Remember last year he was inserted into the pennant race when Jimmy Rollins had the finger issue, and Seager never flinched at all. Now here's Turner, and he's got 3 hits. Seager with 3, Turner with 3. Gonzalez on deck has 2 hits and a sac fly. Turner takes low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Seager last year when he got called up, remember, in the heat of the pennant race, 27 games and hit .337.
You might remember it was when Howie Kendrick got hurt. Kiki Hernandez went down. Jose Peraza, who's now with the Reds, went down. Justin Turner's knee, his issue had flared up.
That knee wasn't barking, it was biting. Hard ground ball foul up the 3rd base line, and it's 2-1 to Justin Turner.
So just 2 days after Seager made his major league debut, Jimmy Rollins was injured. So Seager started 25 of the last 30 regular season games.
And then on into the postseason. He's going to be here a while. Here's the 2-1. Turner takes inside. 3 balls and a strike.
Boy, when you go out on the end under the limb, you go way out, don't you? So taking a week off will do for you.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, a road trip.
Yeah. Ooh. 3 balls and a strike to Turner. Seager leads from first, and Justin takes inside and low ball 4. Seager, by the way, during this 14-game hitting streak, he's hitting 509. He's 29 for his last 57. First and second, 2 out, 2 in. Dodgers 9-4. We're in the home half of the 8th. And we'll pick up right where we left off tomorrow. Gonzalez takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. So Cueto and Hill tomorrow night. Thursday night, Matt Moore, the former Ray, goes for the Giants. Gonzalez fouls it back to the screen, 0-2. There's a Giant TBD, to be determined, on the Dodgers side of the ledger. And all signs would point to Ross Stripling, who was recalled today.
And actually was in Cincinnati as well. So he didn't come to L.A. to park cars.
No balls and 2 strikes to Gonzalez. Lopez deals just inside and low 1 and 2. Scott Kazmir on the DL. He's got a pain in the neck. And Brett Anderson has blisters on his finger. His left index finger. Avalon was called up today as well. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Dodgers have become an offensive juggernaut. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 2 in. Bottom of the 8th. Dodgers 9-4. Lopez deals. Line foul to the left and out of play. Gonzalez with his 2 hits and sac fly and a 16-game hitting streak has lifted his average to .302. His on-base percentage is .370. And he has merely knocked in 11 runs in the last nearly 2 games. I mean, everybody's hot. Here's a 2-2. Grounded foul past George Lombard down the first base line. The last month, I'm trying to remember a sustained month in the last decade or more where the Dodgers have had this kind of offense.
Well, this month they came in at tonight's ball game hitting at .280 collectively as well.
Here's 2-2. Gonzalez takes outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it's not just this month. You know, June 26 was the last time Kershaw pitched. We all know that. Dodgers have gone 28-19 since then. And the Dodgers have hit .277 over the last 2 months. Here's a 3-2. Gonzalez swings and misses. And that will end the inning. But Andrew Toll's a home run. second of his career. Seguin, who hit his first yesterday, hit one tonight too, will go to the ninth. Dodgers not located 2 hours north of L.A. in the Santa Barbara wine country. Now here's Panik, who has a hit in 3 plate appearances. He's walked and scored a run, and he takes high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Alonso also gets a free night stay plus $100 in free slot play at Chumash Casino Resort. To enter, visit am570lasports.com. The 1-0 is a call strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Dodgers set the tone early tonight, scoring runs in the first, second, and third innings. The Giants scored 2 in the top of the third. But then the Dodgers would come back and score 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 2 in the bottom of the eighth. It's 9-4. And the Dodgers 3 outs away from a 2-game lead on the Giants. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And after tonight, down to 37 games. The 2-2. Popped up into short center. Out goes Seager, raising his hand as if he was in class, trying to get the attention of the teacher. Makes the catch, first out of the ninth. Connor Gillespie pinch hitting, and he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. A couple of months ago, the Dodgers were 8 games out of first place. Now the 0-1. Gillespie fouls it off to the left. And it's 0-2. Back on April the 24th, when the Dodgers were 12-7, they had a 2.5-game lead. Well, they're 2 outs away from a 2-game lead on the Giants. And on the morning of June the 27th, the Dodgers trailed San Francisco by 8. That was the morning after Kershaw pitched his last game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gillespie, 1 out in the ninth. Dodgers leading it 9-4. And the 1-2. Call, strike 3. On a slider. And there was Gillespie looking at the pitch like it was the front window at Macy's on Christmas Eve. Like, wow.
Dodgers pitching has done a good job. There were 2 hits in the 6th inning. There was 1 out in the 6th with runners at first and second. That's when a double play ball, so Giants have not had a runner reach base since then.
Denard Span with 2 out and nobody on takes a strike here in the ninth. Dodgers leading at 9-4. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Jansen delivers, and Span takes a strike. It's 0-2. Span tonight. 1 for 3, a walk and a run scored. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 9th inning. Dodgers 9-4. Jansen to Span. Fly ball down the right field line. Well hit. If it's fair, it's trouble. In fact, it's a home run. Down the line, about 10 rows back. Denard Span with his 8th home run of the year. That narrows the gap to 9-5 for the Dodgers lead. Excuse me. That's why I call it a cough button. If you're going to give up a home run, you might as well do it with a 5-run lead and 2 outs in the 9th. Angel Pagan coming up. Pagan 2 for 4. Jansen deals. High and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Pagan, one of the hottest hitters in the game these days. A 19-game hitting streak. He swings and pops it to short. Seager is there. And the Dodgers win it 9-5. On the morning of June 27th, the Dodgers trailed the Giants by 8. On the evening of August the 23rd, they lead San Francisco by 2 with 37 games left in the regular season. The Dodgers beat the Giants tonight 9-5. Back with the line score in the postgame right after this.